Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for May 2024 for all the star signs. So I'm doing Taurus first, as I usually do. We are using the Robinwood Tarot and the Elder Futhark on Amethyst stones. So let's get started with a card from the Robinwood Tarot. We have the Queen of Wands. So this month, Taurus, you are going to be very much expressing your will in the world in a very nurturing way. Like, this is basically not only you doing that, but you're also encouraging others to do that as well. But you're basically opening this up. You're being very expressive, and you are expressing your will in the world. And let's get some runes down for clarity. Okay. How are you? How are you, Taurus? Two wanted to come out there. I'm going to put them both. Neat. Okay. All right, so your central issue this month, Taurus, is represented by Raido. Raido's the rune of the journey. This has to do with basically your path, your journey forward. It's riding, so it's not like you're getting on a train and it's a set direction. You are directing your way through this. Given that Ava's, the horse, is also spirit, you're sort of directing. You're directing the way that your spirit's going to go, but you're just sort of like taking the directed steps. Anyway, this month is going to be about your journey. Leading up to that, we have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree, and it has to do with beginnings and birth. Reversed, leading up to this rune, there's a couple ways I'm going to read this. First of all, it's like there was something that you had begun, but you maybe had to back burner this. You're sort of, or else maybe you're just sort of, you're not, you started to begin a thing, or you're incubating to begin a thing, but you're finding yourself having to look back and see if you really want to catch that up with yourself, or if you want to either back burner the beginning or just sort of close the book on the beginning. For some of you, Berkana does have to do with family because it refers to birth. So there may be, for some of you, an instance where you are taking your journey past where your family's sort of journey would want you to go. So it's basically like you're sort of turning away from what you have felt obligated to be as a part of what you were sort of raised to be, and then you're saying, I'm going to take my journey the way that I need it to go. I need to go my own way. I need to live my life. And so in order to do that, you are sort of turning away from sort of who you were expected to be in the family that you're turning away from. And no, I'm going to say family, because I wouldn't call this sort of like a group of people that you consider family, because it's Berkana, it's birth, so it'd be like your birth family kind of thing. In the cases of the people for whom that applies. For others, it's basically you are moving away from what you had begun or what you were planning to begin. The third way I'm going to read this is Berkana is, again, beginnings and birth. Reversed often means inner. So there may be something that you're deeply incubating, but you're not ready to begin outwardly yet. So either way, here you are on your journey. What is going to help? We have Vunyo, which is the rune of joy. It's Vunyo reversed in the helping line. So again, I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, you're going to want to look deep within and find your deep inner joy and let that be what you pursue. The other way I'm going to read this is becoming very aware of where you are discontent, and being very honest with yourself about that is definitely going to help with your journey forward. Also, so tap into your deep inner joy, and also be aware of where you are feeling discontentment, and also be honest with yourself about where you are feeling discontentment, because that's going to be very important. What isn't going to help? We actually had two runes come down on this. They both wanted to come out on this particular poll. So we have Laguz reversed and Fehu. Laguz is the rune of the flow. It's the water, it's emotion, intuition, and heart. It's reversed. So there may be a sense of You're worried, you may be worried that your heart's not in it. You may be worried about stopping a particular flow. If you're turning away from, what you were expected to be, then there may be sort of a feeling of, lack of things moving forward, because you sort of were used to that, and now it's like, how is this going to work? Because I'm moving forward, but the flow that I'm used to isn't. That could worry you. Just sort of negative emotions, like unpleasant emotions surging up might drag you down in this, might make you doubt your path as you move forward, expressing your own will in the world. And it does have to do with worth. It may even have to do with like actual money in some cases. I mean, we have Fehu, which is the rune of wealth and worth. It's cattle, which is your movable wealth. However, usually I read this as the wealth that you tend, but in the lower lines, it's a little bit more. It's more about worries and concerns. So there may be a sense of, if I'm not continuing this flow, maybe there's an inheritance issue that is at stake, and you're worried about that. But also just sense of worth by sort of like turning this flow inward, or just basically not having this flow carry forward. But once again, if that starts to be the case, this is your path. This is your life. This is your journey. And bring yourself back up to what is helping, which is reaching deep and seeking joy within, basically finding what your deep inner joy is and following that, as well as being very honest with yourself in situations where there is discontentment. Like, look at where your discontentments are and work with that, and be honest with yourself about them. And what this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is we have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It is reversed on the path line. And I usually read this in 3 ways, basically. First, letting go of things that no longer serve you. Second, stepping outside of your comfort zone. And third, finding home within, in a way that you can carry with you, so that you will always have that sense of sanctuary and home with you, no matter where you go and what you do. So that's your May. So your May is basically going to be all about your life's journey. Maybe you're turning away from something that was something that you had either begun, or something that was associated with the expectations of you by family from before. And ultimately, this journey month is going to lead you to letting go of things that no longer serve you and finding home within, and also moving outside of your comfort zone, which is pretty exciting. So that, Taurus, is your reading for May 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.